Is this thing on?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
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 Hi.
Hey. Well.
Hey.
So Pyxxi's here.
Hi.
She's brand new, and she's you've only been on one episode of George.
Yeah.
And some of our live streams.
Yeah.
And now you are on 3 ingredient
I'm on
recipe.
3 ingredient recipe.
That's awesome.
Yay.
So what?
But my brother couldn't be here.
No.
No.
That's, sometimes it's best to only have one of the siblings because then you get all the attention.
Yeah, I want all of your attention.
All right, so since this is your show,
Yeah.
what kind of food do you want to make? Do you want to make a dessert?
No, I want breakfast.
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 Well, what kind of breakfast food do you like?
I like French toast.
French toast. Okay. Well, you know what? I saw a recipe. I haven't tried it yet, so we can try it together.
Okay.
It is for French toast, but it's vegan French toast.
Vegan French toast.
Yeah, that way any of your friends can have it, whether they eat animal products or not.
Oh, wow.
What do you think about that?
So how do you make it?
Well, let's find out.
Okay.
So the first ingredient for French toast or any kind of toast is
Bread.
bread. Yep. Now, because we are making a vegan French toast, you're going to want to make sure that you get a bread that does not have any animal products
No
in it.
animal products.
Yep. So
No eggs.
So if you check on the back of any of your ingredients, there'll be a little letter V, and that means that it is certified as vegan. Or of course,
V for vegan.
yep. Or of course, you can just check the ingredients and make sure that there's nothing in that. Bread can just sometimes have some hidden animal products. Honey is usually one of them if they've got a sweetened bread. So just make sure, so that your friends make sure that you're keeping it vegan.
Yay.
And we're going to use 3 slices because we're making 1 plate, but
It's also for 3 ingredient recipe.
Exactly, but
3.
this full recipe will make 6 slices of French toast.
Wow.
The next ingredient for our French toast is
Milk.
Milk.
But not the real milk. The soy milk for the vegans.
That's right. We are going to be using this sweetened vanilla soy milk. We are using the sweetened vanilla because we are limiting ourselves to 3 ingredients. You could use just plain soy milk. You can use any type of non-dairy milk, although the ones that are a little bit thicker, like soy milk, work a little bit better because it adheres to the bread.
It's goopier.
It's a little bit goopier, and that's what we need. We're going to use 1/2 cup of soy milk or the non-dairy milk of your choice.
Yeah, that's 1/2 cup. That's what you said, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
And our final ingredient is
Garbanzo beans. You're gonna put beans in French toast. Who puts beans in French toast?
No. So what we're going to make is something called aquafaba.
Aquafaba.
What aquafaba is the water that comes from beans.
Oh, so you're not gonna have the beans in the French toast.
Nope, we are going to drain the beans from the can and just
What do
use...
you do with the beans?
You can make hummus with it, or you could make roasted...
That's another recipe.
Yep, or you can make roasted chickpeas.
Ooh.
Or you could throw them in a salad, do whatever you want to, but
Okay.
so we don't waste
You don't
any-
put it in the French toast.
Nope.
Don't put them in the French toast, folks.
She's very excited. So we are going to use 1 cup of the aquafaba or the water from the garbanzo beans or whatever's in the can. We're going to start with the aquafaba. I have 1 can's worth of this juice that the garbanzo beans have been in. It's about 3/4 of a cup. So I'm going to add that into the bowl. And now I'm just going to whisk this until it's frothy. All right, so you're just getting this to a stage where it's frothy. You're not really turning it into meringue. You're just increasing the volume a little bit in order to get the proteins going in this water that is infused with a little bit of the bean. And now I'm going to add slightly less than 1/2 cup. Because I didn't have a full cup of the aquafaba, I don't want to use the full 1/2 cup of this vanilla soy milk. So I'm going to leave a little bit in reserve just because I don't want it to be too watery. And now I'm going to mix this up again, and I just want it to become a little bit thicker feeling than it does right now, just so that it adheres to the bread really well. And now, just to make this easier to dip my bread slices into, I'm going to pour this into a wide mouth shallow bowl. Alright, so this is ready to go. We're going to drop our bread into it. If you don't want to limit yourself to 3 ingredients, you could add some spices like some cinnamon or nutmeg. You could sweeten it up a little bit more. We're using the vanilla soy milk because it has some sweetness to it and has that vanilla flavor, so we get all the flavor we need with just 3 ingredients. So we're going to take this over to the stove and we're going to finish this up. I have my pan nice and ready to go, so I am going to start by dropping my bread into my mixture of the bean water and the soy milk. Now, because this is a little bit thinner than a traditional French toast that's made with eggs, you don't really need to let it soak like you would a more traditional French toast. So I am going to just shake off the excess here, and then I'm just going to add that directly to my pan. I did spray down my pan with a little bit of cooking spray. It's not a necessary step, especially if you have a non-stick pan, but I like to make sure that this is going to release. Again, this isn't the same as working with eggs, which really do stick to almost any sort of pan. So if you want to eliminate that, you absolutely can. Or if you want, you can also add in some margarine or some other non-dairy type of spread. And now I'm just going to cook this on medium to medium-high heat until it's brown on each side, and then it's ready to serve. So one lesson that I've learned is that this takes a lot more time on the pan, on the heat, than regular French toast made with eggs. If you notice, this piece and this piece are a little misshapen. That's just because I did not give them enough time before I tried to flip them, and so they were still a little bit soggy. They're still going to taste just as good, and the vanilla really smells good. So I've been letting this one hang out for a lot longer, and it's definitely keeping its shape, and it's a lot more solid on top. So we are going to finish this one piece up, and then we're going to add some maple syrup and see how it tastes. Well, you already took a piece, but I was going to add some maple syrup on top.
But that's a 4th ingredient!
That's what we call a condiment.
Oh, that's what we call cheating.
Sometimes you have to cheat a little bit, but French toast with a little bit of maple syrup is always good. This tastes
That's yummy.
Can I have your bite?
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
This is one
Steal
of
my food, folks.
This is one of the most true to the original recipes that I have ever tried. It is nice and crisp on the outside. It is nice and creamy on the inside. You can't even tell that it's made with beans instead of with eggs. It really tastes delicious, and it's just as easy to make as regular French toast.
Yeah. How is it?
Very good.
Steal my food, why don't you?
Well, that was really good.
Yeah.
So how did you like?
I took the first bite.
Well, the chef gets to take the first bite and make sure it's good.
Lucky chef.
Yeah. So this has been your very first 3-ingredient recipe.
Yay!
So
I'm gonna tell Pika.
Oh, well, maybe
Maybe he can be here next time.
Maybe he can be in next time. We might be able to figure out a way to do that. So, it's very complicated in a house full of puppets. So what can people do if they enjoyed this 3-ingredient recipe?
Subscribe!
You heard the monster, you can subscribe. If you subscribe, you will keep up with all of our videos. We do 3-ingredient recipes on Thursdays. On Wednesdays, we do Sullivan Spaniel.
He's a crazy dog, he is.
He is a crazy dog. On Sundays, we have Georgian Dog.
I meant that.
Yeah. And on Monday nights, we do a live stream where we hang out with you live at 8 o'clock every Monday night.
Crazy.
It's crazy. There's a lot of stuff happening here, so why don't you subscribe? Leave a comment down below. Let us know what kind of recipe you'd like us to make with 3 ingredients, whether it be vegan or not vegan. If you have any sort of dietary restrictions, we will definitely try to work around that. And, of course, share this with your friends.
Yeah, share! Share, 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 share. Share.
You heard her. You need to share this with your friends so that we can spread the word about 3-ingredient recipes and everything else that happens on this channel. So I am ready for a nap after that great breakfast.
Okay.
So
Should I sing a lullaby?
I think that's a great idea. So
Share, 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 share.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So the first ingredient for French toast or any kind of toast is
Toast! Bread!
bread.
Bread.
Now,
You cook it in the toaster and you fry it in the pan.
please stop hitting me with your hair.
I didn't know.
You keep sticking it in my eye. Oh my gosh. Okay. One more time. I was like, whoa. I didn't know if it was a choice.
I had no idea I was doing it.
Okay.